and welcome to the Fish Report, sponsored by a lifelong friendship and the information given through the cultivation of that friendship about the wild and specifically fishing, my friend Justin Dumont Hogleg. Think about you a lot, brother. And after I did my live report today, I went to the morning meeting, and every day starts off a different emotional frame of mind. So many amazing things have been happening. It's kind of hard for me even to like categorize everything and organize my thoughts in a way that I can deliver them properly and in good order and in good sense. So you might be wondering where I am right now. And I bet part of you have been thinking about the Fish Report. And every time I come back here to this place that I'm at, and I look along the river and I see the creek and everything, and I hear all the tales about fishing and all the fishing rods I've found and everything. I was tasked with a really amazing responsibility today. So let me just get right into it. So I want you to know that when I was given this project and I came back here to this location that I'm at right now, I was thinking of you, and I was just imagining you sitting on the bank there at Gibson's backyard and watching the amazing acrobatic rainbow trout fry do their magic, going after the bees and the bugs and everything. That's always been one of my fondest memories of you, actually. Your very Gandalf-ish moment. And so where I'm at right now is I'm behind... let me just go ahead and turn this camera around and give you guys a little idea of what we're doing here. So this is the backside of Junior's property. And if you look right through there, you could just see the red of the fair lane right there. So obviously this is pretty destroyed and there hasn't been much activity back here. This is a whole new ecosystem back here that never was here before. This water never flowed here like this before. None of this was like this. This is completely just changed, except for a couple of spots where there's some trees here. But pretty much everything else has just been ravaged and ran through this whole area. And so what's unique about this area is it has this pond. And this pond was here before. Now, a lot of these other ponds that are around here in this location, this particular neck of the woods, specifically right on the other side of here, you can kind of see some of the equipment through these trees, is a rock quarry. And this pond here belongs to the rock quarry, but it was dug many years ago and has not been an active part or participant in any of the stuff going on over there. And from what Junior tells me, it is extremely deep. He says this thing's maybe 15, 20 feet deep for a small pond of this size. Now, as you can see, the water's kind of popping. The surface of the water there is activity here. There is. Some of it's bubbles from settling stuff from the bottom, but a lot of it is there's some fish activity. You can see some movement of wake and whatnot. And I got a report from somebody that they actually saw some fish. Now, all the fish got flushed away, and here's the sad part of this. This is the reason why I've been tasked with this and why this even came up at all. Now, what I'm walking across right now is a beaver dam, actually, to tell you the truth. I'll show you some of the beaver activity that's been around here, where I can show you trees that have been cut down. A lot of this, some of this has all been dealt with by beavers, and they're going to want to return. They haven't seen any beavers just yet, but Junior tells me from the tracks he sees around that there is a lot of beavers still here. So I came out here, so I was asked to find a place because they're finding dead herons. This all started with the blue herons, and it's so funny, not funny, but it's very ironic, or I don't even know the word to look for, buddy. I just really don't. But just beyond here is an estuary, and I'm across the street right now at a gas depot, which is actually a gas station that's being built. And I've been watching the herons come in. They're one of my favorite birds, and I think they're one of the most stealthy hunters and fishermen ever. So I've been watching them, and they'll land on top of this branch that's out in the middle of this pond. It's that natural pond over there. And they'll sit, but I never see them do their hop down and get down to the water, and I've never seen them catch anything. They'll sit there for a long time looking for them, and they just won't. Now, the problem with that is that they're not getting any fish. All the fish have been flooded out of this place. So I'll bring you over here and show you what happened here. So there's a bridge beyond here, like right around here somewhere where you see the cars driving. Right around here, there's a bridge. And this creek, that's Cattail Creek, flows down on the other side of this thing along this bank right here where you see all that bundled up wood and the tree jams, and comes out and goes around this way. So its natural course of flow was back here. Now this is totally unrecognizable. If you Google Earth where I'm at, it's a devastated. This is just, everything has changed. That's bear scat right there. I was going to get into that too. There's bear poop right there, and then that's deer poop. That's bear poop right there. But I'll show you. I got this. Bears are a part of this whole thing. I've seen bear. I've seen mama bear and her cubs. I've seen 3 different bald eagles, countless sightings, but twice I've seen eagles fly by with snakes in their talons. One time even dropping the snake and then diving for it to catch it out of the air. Now this used to be just a creek. Like that, is it? You see flowing out there. Look at this slide that happened here. See this? This mudslide just came down, tore half of that house completely off. That was a full-length double-wide trailer. Tore that thing a new butthole, came all the way down here, and that's not the only one, but that's a big one. It came all the way from the top of this mountain right here, and there was one there, and there was one there, and these all just came sliding down and choked this thing off for a second, but it was flowing so much, I'd be under 12 feet of water right now. The amount of water that they say flowed through here in 4 hours was the same amount of water that flows over Niagara Falls in 2 years. That's the estimate. That's like almost 1 trillion gallons of water in 4 hours came through here. So this is a wreck, what you're seeing here. A total ecological disaster has taken place. And mostly the disaster comes from the repairs that are being done and the disturbance this is causing to the wildlife. So I was asked to find a place, because I made friends with a lot of the locals and the old timers that live along this creek, the Cattail Creek, to come up with a plan and a location where I could craft a good ecosystem to start a fish hatchery, to reintroduce the rainbow trout to this creek, and to also provide food for the herons, which have been being found dead. There's a bear track right there. That's a bear track right there, but I got better pictures. But that right there is a bear track. Look, here's it. Yep, these are bear came through here. There's a mama and some cubs. See that? That's a cub track right there. And these are fresh. See those? Look, here's a little cub. The little cub came walking through here. See his little paws? So I've noticed this spot back here because of this pond. So this was a natural pond. So what my plan is to do with this thing, and we have a lady who I've not met yet who is interested in donating thousands of fry of rainbow trout, native rainbow trout fry. And this is, look at the sun's coming out perfectly. Look at this. Into this pond. This is where I'm going to do it. Now, here's the magic of this whole thing, is that this is a natural pond, and this pond sits lower than everything else. It's been washed out. So, here's my tracks from when I came through earlier. I have, to the top of this bank, is a whole new naturally occurring spring of fresh, clean water. We've already had it tested. I brought tests of both these water sources. And as you can see, this really isn't that bad of shape. And I'm going to run a pipe from there out to about here in the water, as far out as I can get it. And I'm going to make a aerator and introduce fresh, clean spring water into this pond, right? And then it will start to flush it. And then once it does, oh, I almost got caught up in quicksand there. Look at that, right there. Happened to Ricky yesterday. And then it will drain here where the beaver have already made their dam. So this is going to be a fish hatchery estuary. And I'm going to bring in some of this brush and make this nice along the sides. It's going to be a giant, like, ecosystem project I'm going to do here, where I'm going to actually put branches and build things for the birds to get up high and just do the whole thing. And I just wanted you to know that a lot of what I'm going to do here is I feel confident about doing this because of the things that you taught me, Justin. Really, though. And I really wish you were here with me. And I wish that Keith was back, because Keith reminded me of Sherman. And this is just be such an awesome thing for us to do together. But you're not. And I promise I will do my best to represent that higher intelligence of angling that you do have. Your love of the fish, of the water, is almost unparalleled to me. And so I'm going to just go ahead and I'm going to start tackling this. So I'll just do some high-speed video of my progress. But I just want to show you guys something here. So here, check this out. These, ladies and gentlemen, are bear paws. See those? And then look how big and small some of them are. Look, they came right through here. The bear came in through here, and he stepped his way, or she stepped her way, all the way through. So here's the cool thing about this, is if the bear are coming here, which is a good sign, right? They're coming here and drinking. You can see bear paw right there. So this is where they're drinking from, is right here. That means two things. One is that the water source is probably pretty clean, that they chose this water source as a cleaner water source. Another is that it hasn't been disturbed yet. There's construction and activity happening all around, and this hasn't been touched yet, and it won't be for a while. So this is going to be, there's a little fish just moving right there. This is going to be the spot. And I'm thinking about coming here and camping tonight, and actually camping on the other side. You know, because as they come down, they want to be up on higher ground. They want to be able to see what they're doing. This is a little higher lump. They ain't stupid. So bear come through here regularly, and a lot of other critters, as you can see here, by the different tracks. That's a fox. Where's a raccoon track? I saw a raccoon track too. There's raccoon. There's another fox track. That's a fox track right there. And that looks like a really small cub right there, like almost like a newborn. So I'm also going to be leaving them some food, because you know what? They need to eat, man, because I know you're not supposed to feed bears, but you know what, man? These guys are looking for a place to hibernate or hunker down for the winter. They're way, 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 way behind on their salvage and their forage, and they got cubs to feed. So I'm just going to come here and I'm going to leave all kinds of sweet treats for them. I'll leave them, oatmeal cream pies and stuff. And so here's the fun part, is that this dam was built by beavers here. So I got to be careful how I build, how I drain, what I do, because the beavers will be the inspectors, and they will come and they will completely wreck anything you do if you don't do it right. And so, but you could see that they did theirs right, because this water came flowing through here like a bat out of hell and didn't even ruin their dam at all. Their dam held. It overflowed it, but it held well. It's very solid. This very good dam they built. And so the beavers do frequent here. And just before I stop this and get to work, I'll show you how I know that. Here's deer track. Smaller ones, but I've seen some bigger. There's a big deer right there. That's a big deer track right there. Yeah, this is beaver territory here. Beavers don't mess around. So, let's see here. I want to show you something that a beaver did. Here we go. Here's a telltale beaver activity right here. This is the handiwork of a beaver right there. That's how much they bite off in one nibble. That's what they do. They nibble stuff. Big time. There's a bunch of different trees and branches around here that we've seen that are reminiscent of that. So we'll be keeping our lookout for that, but we got to make sure that what we do is approved by Mother Nature's inspectors, because they will redo and they will not even ask permission to do so. What do we got over here? What in the world is this? I have me here. Look at this. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. So 2014 beans, Bubba. Look at that. That's a good find. Still sealed. GFB. 2014. Nice. Look at that. That's cool. That's really cool. So anyway, yeah, so that's what I'm going to be doing, buddy. I just want to let you know what's going down. So when you see the high-speed video, you'll have some idea of exactly what I'm doing. And, yeah, 10-year-old thing of beans. That's so crazy. And I will be doing it with this water. As you can see, it's nice, clean. Like I said, see, this is not the spring. This water is different. And as tempting as it is to pipe myself in from this location, I'm not going to. I got to bring it in from this one that's coming around this way, right here, and coming in, not this one. I just don't like the way that looks. That looks different than that looks. But this water is clean. This is the water that I tested, so I want to run a thing right from here. I'm going to start digging here, dig me a trench coming out, boom, 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 with my pipe, build a stand there for it, and stab it out as far as I can out there so it's actually dropping in the water, aerating it, introducing fresh water. And then I will just very carefully and stealthily create myself with a 4-inch piece of culvert pipe right here, a drainage that will be acceptable to the beavers. So this water will get back out where it's supposed to go. And that's what's going down. So, yeah. And we're going to call this Shasta. It's going to be Shasta. Shasta Lake. That was a Northern California boy's idea. One of the guys who drove the water out here, the water truck. He drove a freaking water truck all the way out here. Been running back and forth, bringing potable water in and taking out the gray water for the showers. Cool kid, man. He's from up in Arcata. So I thought Shasta would be fitting. But as you can see, man, this is a wreck back here, brother. There's Junior's house right through there. So this is what I'm doing. This is where I'm at. This is what I'm doing. And wish me luck.